Well, hello. This video is actually a follow-up to a comment I made on yesterday's video, and the title is, Many Get Trapped by Scams. Just before recording my video yesterday, I received an email informing me that I would receive $50,000. As always, I question things that seem too good to be true. They usually are. Sure enough, after I recorded my video, there was dialogue with the lady that sent me the notice. I even went to her Facebook page. She works in a fast food restaurant, which does not seem like an individual who would be doling out that kind of money. In fact, she wanted me to pay $335 for the certificate, in order to finalize the deal. Yeah, right. It had scam written all over it. Folks, I know many of us are desperate. We want to find ways to make our lives better. I don't blame this lady. If blame is to be laid, it must be laid on those perpetrating the current economic system that enslaves humanity. I am not among those who advocate non-judgment. Those who commit crimes must be brought either to genuine repentance or judgment. Indeed, she had written to me that you are one of the lucky winners in the draw that won the total sum of $50,000 US. This isn't a fraud or anything of that sort. We want you to be assured that this is real and your money is available for delivery. And they wanted my contact information, obviously. That's to be expected, to confirm the delivery address and everything. But then they wanted $335 for the certificate. They were going to deliver a certificate to me that would enable me to supposedly get $50,000. Folks, I don't blame this lady. She works, as I said, and I looked her up as best I could and determined that she works in a fast food restaurant. Yeah, probably not much more than minimum wage, maybe $10 an hour, maybe. I have no idea. But in any case, she doesn't seem like the type of person in that capacity that would be distributing that kind of money. Does she to you? To me, it just didn't make sense. And I don't think she's a bad person. I think she's wanting to try to make some extra money. And that's as simple as that. But there are a lot of people that criticize others for judging. We're not supposed to judge anybody according to some of the New Age people. Anytime we judge, we're committing like some kind of a crime. And they expect to be in this world, although they deny this world completely, and be in a non-judgment zone where everything goes, that all that we're here for is to learn lessons. And some people learn lessons through negative experience, and others learn things through positive experience. Well, the truth of the matter is all of us, except the elite, learn things through negative experience, because we are the ones that are victimized by the people that try to run the world. And I'm sorry, if that sounds like a judgment, you're right. It's wrong of these people and whatever angelic or non-corporal, non-bodied beings, whatever they're up to, it's no good. It's lies. It's actually murder in many cases. It's theft. It's deception. It's everything that's wrong with life can be laid at the feet of these beings that commit these crimes, and ultimately it falls back on the Creator who's responsible for creation. People don't like me to say that, But that's the truth. That's the truth. If I was all powerful, if I could do whatever I felt was the best to do, first of all, I wouldn't want to be in that position. But second of all, I am secure enough in my intention to know that I will good for people. I want the best for people. And if I see somebody, for example, let's just make an example. I'm going down the street and I hear screaming, and I look down this little alleyway, and there's a couple of teenage boys trying to rape a little girl. Now, am I supposed to turn my head and pretend it doesn't exist, or am I supposed to get involved? Am I supposed to bring some kind of judgment on those young men that are trying to take advantage of a little girl or a child even? The point is, people that do evil need to be brought to either repentance, or they need to be judged. That's common sense to me. Maybe it's not common sense to everybody, but it's common sense to me. And these people that propagate this idea of everybody's doing the best they can. Bullshit. Bullshit. The Rockefellers, and I'm not talking about the people that have that name that aren't in the elite establishment. I'm talking about the people in the elite establishment. And the Rothschilds and people of that ilk are criminals. They are not only criminals, they are the worst criminals on the planet. And any spiritual beings that support them are the worst criminals in the universe, and they need to be dealt with. I'm encouraged by some of the reports that the changes are imminent, that the changes are underway. And I certainly hope so. I want them to be underway. I want people that have suffered and suffered and suffered and suffered to finally be able to get out of the suffering. People point out to me, Ron, you at least have a roof over your head. Some of the people that have had their homes taken have to live in their cars, or even worse, live under bridges, or maybe in some kind of a box or makeshift shelter. Or if they're fortunate, maybe they get a tent that they can pitch somewhere. And I agree. There are people that have it far worse than me in the United States. And even worse than that in the Muslim countries and Palestine and Iraq, and places where the warmongers from the United States and Europe have just decimated populations, destroying people, destroying their homes. Folks, this injustice has to be dealt with, and it has to be dealt with strongly and firmly. I don't believe in capital punishment. I don't believe they need to be killed. I do believe they need to be imprisoned till they can reach a place and come to a place of repentance, and preferably solitary confinement, so that they have no one else to bounce things off of. They have to look within and see what kind of a being they are. And I don't care if that's the devil or some fallen angel or demon, or if it's a human being like the Rockefellers and like the Bushes and like the Rothschilds. These people need to experience the other side of what they have created and put many, many people through. They need to experience the downside of their actions. Anyway, that's my 2 cents, and don't get trapped by scams. If somebody offers something that's too good to be true, you can be pretty certain that it probably is. Anyway, thank you for listening, and namaste.